I've got to do something. How Jeremy Lin has navigated. Michael Lee, the athletic. Lin's sanity never ended. It just took a divergent and delayed path to another period in Jeremy Lin's career when he could use a pick-me-up. Lin made no secret of his heartache upon the realization last year. Only weeks after becoming the first Asian American player to win an NBA championship, that he would have to continue playing professional basketball in China. Sure, Lin would be back in the homeland of his grandparents, in a country in which he always received unwavering support. But the agony of rejection from the league in which he fought and scraped to be relevant tasted the most unbelievable. A 3-week stint of magazine covers, superstar status, and parlayed that into several more years as a solid, respectable role player still lingered. Then Lin showed up in Beijing, playing for the Ducks, and got showered with affection. Everywhere he played, the arenas were sold out. Road games would find the opposing crowds rooting for Lin's team and making him feel right at home. Most fans would surround him after he got off the team bus at hotels. Sometimes it gets so ridiculous. I can't even get to the elevator. The love and the sport that's been out here has been off the chart. Lin said in a recent telephone interview with The Athletic from Beijing, "It's been amazing. This season in China has been like that insanity season. It's been pretty crazy." China might have brought back Lin's sanity, but because of COVID-19, Lin isn't sure if his unexpected overseas renaissance will continue this season. Obviously, basketball and most everything else has been put on hold. Lin hasn't played a game since January 21st, with the Chinese New Year break and the subsequent coronavirus forced Chinese Basketball Association shutdown, leaving him plenty of time to be introspective and cognizant of the responsibilities that come with his fame and platform. These tremendous, unnerving times have pushed him to a place where he feels compelled to provide some plain old sanity. I think one thing that COVID-19 is revealing is that it is wiping away and pelting away a lot of the distractions and maybe the false sense of security that a lot of us have had, Lin said. And so, we may have been distracted with certain things, whether it's entertainment to our work, to sports, or whatever. And now people are unable to work, and people are unable to enjoy sport, people are unable to enjoy entertainment in the same ways and even socially. A lot of that has been stripped away. So a lot of people are coming face to face with themselves, and it's forcing everyone to look in the mirror. Admittedly, Lin didn't take seriously the threat of COVID-19 when it first began to devastate China, but when he returned to the United States during the initial severe hiatus, Lin witnessed the damage the pandemic was inflicting worldwide and the anti-Asia sentiments that have since been ignited. The day before he was summoned back to China to the expected resumption of the season, Lin responded to a tweet from Donald Trump calling COVID-19, which was first identified in Wuhan, the Chinese virus. And after coming out of a 2-week quarantine, Lin decided to share his experiences, call out bigotry, and make a heartfelt plea for people to be the light and lean into their better selves in a piece for the Players' Tribune. Lin followed up his words by donating $500,000 to direct relief and Feeding American, charities that respected support healthcare workers in need of personal protective equipment and communities dealing with food insecurity, while pledging to match all donations up to another $500,000. As of Wednesday night, that initiative has already raised more than $137,000. In February, Lin also donated 1 million Chinese yuan to assist people in Wuhan. Dude, I've got to do something. I wouldn't be okay with myself if I didn't do anything, Lin said he told himself. This is a critical juncture in history, and if I don't step up today, or if I don't do certain things to help, then I don't think that my face is real. I don't think my brand is real. I don't think what I talk about is real. So for me, a lot of what I believe in is authenticity. And I have made so many mistakes and had my fair share. But at the end of the day, I do my best to get back up and be authentic and to practice what I preach. Yeah, this is one of those situations where you can put your money where your mouth is, or you should stop talking. And so that's kind of where I am at. Lin has been back in China for the past month and said the nation is starting to return to some sense of normalcy, about with 100% of the people wearing masks as restaurants and malls are back open for business. The CBA had initially planned to resume playing games in April, then May, but action has been postponed through at least July. Players have been allowed to train and participate in practices for the past 2 weeks, despite the uncertainty. I'm not thinking too far into the future, Lin said. I'm just one day at a time, focusing on today, and that's really the only way any of us can get through this situation. It's like we just need to focus on what we can do today. If I think about it in the long run, it's like I got in shape. What is that for? And all of this stuff, will I ever have a chance to use it? I've been here before. It's a kind of like the lockout situation in 2011, right? No one knew what was going to happen. No one knew if there was going to be a season, but it was just stay ready and just focus on today. The NBA eventually returned from its lockout in December 2011, a little less than 2 months later. New York Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni played the little-known Lin out of desperation against the New Jersey Nets, and one of the more incredible transformations in sports history ensured. Lin held on for the next 7 seasons, shuttling through 6 more teams before he eventually got to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy as a reserve for the Raptors. The finals win was against his hometown and original NBA team, the Golden State Warriors. I got my ring. It's ridiculously big, Lin said. It was an amazing experience to be able to hold that trophy and to be on the stage. That's a piece of history that will never be taken away. I'm proud to have been able to have done that, and it was a moment that I will never forget. Lin said experiencing the aftermath of the novel coronavirus in China and the US has given him a heavy heart, but he also credits his faith for giving him some perspective and comfort that his parents and a younger brother in Taipei, Taiwan, and older brother in New York are safe and doing well. The move to China has had its positives as well. Lin was the leading vote getter for the CBA All-Star Game, in which he scored a game-high 41 points and has formed a deeper connection with the country. I always knew and was appreciative of the fan support and the fan love out here. Everyone knows when it first happened last summer, I didn't get an NBA contract. It was very painful for me, Lin said. But to have a chance to be able to play in front of the Chinese fans where my grandparents were born and raised, it has a lot of significance for me. I think just seeing the culture here and why things are the way they are, I think understanding why my grandparents were the way they were, I think these things are really healthy and necessary for everybody to go back and retrace their roots and to really understand how they got to where they are today.